It may help to rewrite this as the square root of x plus 1 plus 8. I like to work with radicals. Often it just works a little better in my head. You can do it either way, but remember that when you raise something to the 1/2, that is the same as taking the square root. So again, we need to be careful about what we put in for x so that we don't get negative numbers underneath the square root. So we actually can have a negative value for x this time. If we plug in -1 for x, then we have -1 plus 1 underneath the square root, which gives us 0. So we can have -1, we just can't have any numbers less than -1. So for example, if we plug in -2, then we would have -1 underneath the square root, and we'd be into the imaginary numbers. We can't graph that on the xy plane. So anything less than -1 is not going to be in the domain. Let's plug in 3. So 3 plus 1, and take the square root. So that's square root of 4, which is 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. Let's plug in 8. So we'll have 8 plus 1, and the square root of that, plus 8. So that's the square root of 9, which is 3 plus 8, that is 11. So we have -1, 8, 3, 10, and 8, 11, just above the graph there. For the domain, like I said earlier, we can't have anything less than -1, and so our y values are restricted by that fact as well. So domain is x is greater than or equal to -1, and range is y is greater than or equal to 8.